I'll share my screen. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. Be blessed by the divine. O my Guru gracious, I owe my all to you. Wishing you all a very good morning and happy in connecting with you all with this topic today from the roots. Yeah, by seeing the picture, it's very obvious to all of us, right? That we are seeing a big tree. Even though the visible parts like the main stem, all the branches, the leaves, and flowers, fruits in some trees, even though they are all visible to us, when we talk about which is the important part of a tree or which is more significant or adding value to the tree, we all will come with a common answer, right? The invisible roots. Even though they are not invisible, the roots are giving like a kind of base to any tree. First, it starts like being a foundation for right from the plant stage or whatever be the stage. It is helping the plant or a tree to stand on its own, first of all, right? Then it provides like continuous nutrients, whatever required to grow further. It puts some efforts of grabbing all energy from the soil or the water, which is another essential component for the plants to grow. So those are all being supplied by the efforts of the roots, right? So similar to this, we all have a root or some kind of a similar system within us, which is being a base for every one of us. When we say that, we may not be able to connect it properly, right? So because we are not rooted or stationed in one place like a plant or a tree. We are mobile and we are moving on continuous basis. So how can a root be there within us? But there is a system which works similar to that. About that only we are going to discuss in today's session. What it is, how it's functioning, and how can we utilize it for our life's progress or growth. Okay. Before going to that, what it is, we will just talk about the history of that itself. So when we talk about the human population or the transformation which is seen by the human being all through these several thousands of years, apart from getting the satisfaction from the basic needs, once that is achieved, the human being started thinking about the higher level goals, right? So what is the objective of the life? Why we came to this earth, and what needs to be done during our lifetime? So when people started thinking in that point of view, so again, a lot of philosophers who got some enlightened knowledge started sharing and guiding the people with some proper structured way. So just to summarize that, basically they are all telling that when we talk about the spiritual progress of human being, there are some energy centers which is built across the physical body for every one of us. And those energy centers are functioning on continuous basis and supporting the full functioning of our system. When we talk about physical body or the life force or whatever being inside the physical functioning, as well as the psychological and emotional things are being controlled by those energy centers. This is what people have realized several years ago. And one of them, when we talk about energy centers, we all know that there are 7 energy centers within our body, right? So among all those, there is one base center, which is called as root chakra. As you know, yeah, the chakra is a common term, which is meaning those energy centers. So among all those 7 chakras within our body, the root chakra, which is also called as the base chakra or Mooladhara center. So the Mooladhara is the root for all of us, right? So that's what we realized from all those philosophies which were developed several thousand years ago by the human population. And knowing that significance of all these energy centers, we need to know about their locations also, right? Where they are physically located and how they are functioning and how they are adding benefit to us. So starting with this root chakra being the main subject of today's discussion. So the root chakra, we all need to know where it is located, right? So that is also given by several philosophers long ago. So one example, like we all might have heard about Tirumular, who is several thousand years ago. He has written a complete systematic guidelines for human being, which is called as Tirumandaram. So the human life, how to get enlightenment. So the complete set of guidelines are given in that book. So he is quoting some hint about the location of Mooladhara within our body. So the exact poem in Tamil is translated in English here. So the Mooladhara chakra is exactly lying between the genital organ and the rectum, which is the excretory organ in our body, right? So what exactly happening from it? The energy is in dormant state for everyone, and it is being as a base for all the circulatory system. We will go in detail little later. But basically in Tirumular's wordings, he is telling that all the nadis, the main 3 structural nadis, which are named as Ida Nadi, Pingala Nadi, and Sushmana Nadi. So all these 3 are originating. The functioning is originating from this Mooladhara chakra, and it reaches to the other centers and continuously getting interacted within them also. And in this poem, he is exactly telling about the location of Mooladhara center when we are talking about. So he's just telling with some measurement also. Just 1 inch, that is like 2 Virarkada in the sense. Virarkada is a Tamil term, which means like a finger gap, right? So we will, that generally we will not have a scale in all situations. So when we wanted to measure, we'll be measuring with our fingers, right? So just to approximately. So normally it takes like a thumb rule, 2 finger distance is equivalent to 1 inch. So this point is telling that the Mooladhara is physically located just 1 inch above the rectum and 1 inch below the genital organ in the inner part, central part of our body. So this is what the location is narrated. So by this sample poem, we could realize how this center is taken as significant and considered like important, right? That could be realized by this poem now. Next is about, I wanted to quote another poem here. When we talk about the significance of the Mooladhara itself. Again, another saint who is from South India, Agatya. He has written some poetic collections, which is again giving a systematic way of living the virtuous life. So in that also he is mentioning about the significance of Mooladhara. Again, there are several philosophers talked about these all centers, particularly about the root chakra. And we are seeing just some sample of it so that we'll be able to realize the importance, how significantly it was discussed years ago. So in another poem, Agatya is quoting that how significant the Mooladhara is. What he's exactly telling in that poem is like we need to see one kind of inner light which is getting originated from the base chakra, base center, which is the Mooladhara, and it spreads, that light is spreading to 6 other centers within our body. And also the place where the sound originates and subsides, that has to be seen mentally. This is what in a poetic style he's mentioning in that exact poem, which is displayed here. So he's talking about the place where sound originates and subsides. That is indirectly meaning that everything is contained in that chakra. Like when we are talking about why we are calling that as root, because when we are talking about a nature of a person, it all depends on his own base skills or base traits, right? So how that base is created, that is what we are going to discuss in depth in today's discussion. So in this poem, he's telling that so everything is contained in that Mooladhara. So where the sound is originating and also the sound is subsiding. So when we say like sound, it is similar to the any functioning, right? So every function of the mind, like the 5 sensory organs, every sensory organ is doing its own job, right? So when we talk about one example of like through eyes, we are seeing the things. So when we are seeing the thing, what is to be seen, that is also decided by the base. And what is seen and what was the experience, that is also recorded in the same base. That is what indirectly meant by these wordings in that poem. So that much significance is there for this root chakra or base chakra, which is called as Mooladhara, right? So that cannot be seen physically. So we have to see that mentally, and we have to realize the light is originated from it and spreading to other centers. This is what he quoted in that poem also. So going further about usage of that chakra, again, the ancient times, they talked about all these chakras, right? All these 7 centers within our body, they named it and they located that, like Mooladhara, which is the main subject for us, which is the base one. And then Swadhisthana, Manipuraha, Anahada, Agna, Visuddhi, and Sahasrara, which is called as Turiya or crown center in various names, right? In our system, we term that as Turiya. So these are the 7 centers which are named, and the importance of the centers also is given, right? How since all centers are located within our body, they are very close to the endocrine glands, which are located across the length of our body. So each center, each energy center is related to a particular endocrine gland, which is having some kind of physiological and psychological functioning and secretion of some kind of hormones, which is required for our body's function. So since they are all closely related, when we start energizing those centers, we are getting some kind of benefits according to the nature of that center and the physical location of that particular center. So when we are talking about root chakra today, so there are some kind of benefits they have summarized also. Because when we talk about the centers, since 7 centers are there and functioning on continuous basis, there could be some differences on its functioning itself, right? So we will take our base example, which is a subject of today, the root chakra. When root chakra is not functioning effectively for someone, what will be the effect? So there are two ways of functioning, right? One, it could be effectively functioning, and other one is like being dormant and not at all getting energized. So that is what they termed as balanced and unbalanced. Being the root chakra, which is the foundation for us to be stable. So when it is not in the balanced state or active state, we will not be able to feel the present in our body, and always it will be like a wavering condition, and we will be unstable. We will not be able to do continuously any particular thing for a set of time, and we will be wandering around, and not only physically, mentally, all this will be the complete system will be unstable. And also the healthy relationship with our surroundings. So when we talk about maintaining a relationship, it is not only in the family level and even official and social level. When we talk about interacting with others, if Mooladhara is not active or it is not in the balanced state, we will not be able to have a healthy relationship. Because when we talk about relationship, we can visualize some people when I say this example. We are all going to the office and we will do our work and come back, right? If this is happening like a mechanical thing, we are going there to do some job and coming back, even though people are around and we are not talking to anyone, we are not interacting with anyone and doing our core main job and coming back, how the life will be. Because it is a kind of social place, right? The workplace is also, even though we are going to do some kind of work there, it is a social place. So we need to have some kind of balanced or maintained relationship with the people around us, the colleagues. So we will say some kind of wishes in the morning, and in between, whenever there is a break, or we need to have some kind of interaction. So that is needed. It is not only in the office. If it is in the family, or we are going to a function, when we see around all the people in a social common place, so this is required in all those places. So how that is easy for someone? So those people will be having the root chakra in a blossomed state. That is what we could realize by these benefits, what they have summarized long back. And yeah, some of benefits are listed. So when we talk about achieving all those benefits, again, that is also given in a systematic manner by ancient period itself to all these human beings. So they've developed some kind of practices to keep this root chakra active. So how that can be done? So initially they are given some kind of asanas, which is physical exercises. If you do those set of exercises, you will be able to activate your root chakra and maintain it in a proper balanced state. And also some kind of mudras, which are developed particularly for this achievement. And some more, we can keep telling that some breathing practices or pranayama, some are addressing in energizing some particular center, so which is applicable for root chakra also. So these were the practices available in that period, and people are leading their life by learning and by utilizing those practices. Then the next one, yes, we are coming now to our guru. So we heard some base kind of information so far, and we know our guru Siddhartha Maharishi is simplifying all the things. He went through all these kind of information, which are all available prior to his lifetime, and by doing a extensive research on all those information, he summarized, simplified all these concepts, and given as an extract in all our practices. So particularly about Mooladhar, what are the information he has given to us and how we can utilize those information to get progress, particularly the spiritual progress in our life. That's what we will see in the next few slides. So first thing about the location. Yeah, even though the location is narrated in several thousand years ago, Maharishi is giving an clear definition for all of us so that we will be able to visualize clearly where it is and we will be able to locate also. So the Muladhara chakra is located at the exact physical center for all of us. When we say exact physical center, what is it means to us? It is like when you identify a vertical center for our physical body based on its dimensions and draw an axis through the vertical center, and also another axis through the horizontal center. So horizontally, we are having some kind of a measurement. So center of it, so that center is connected through an axis. So when we are drawing an axis vertically and horizontally, and the exact meeting point is the location where the Mooladhara, which is root chakra, is located for all of us. So this is the basic location information which is given by our guru. And when we talk about the significance of it, why it is important, why it is being considered as a base center, even though 7 centers are there, why is it considered as a base center? That is also well explained to all of us for clear understanding, right? So when we say our body, everyone will be visualizing the physical body only, right? So Maharishi is telling that within our physical body, there are 3 bodies, including physical body. Yes, 3 bodies are functioning always, all through our lifetime. So what are all those? We might have heard that, right? The first one is physical body, which we could see that physically, where the physical organs are located, and it has a definite boundary and it is visibly seen by others as well as ourselves. And the second one is astral body. Astral body, he gave a definition also what it is exactly about. We are all made up of the life force particles, right? When we are telling that we are alive, the life force particles within our body is having in active state, and it is continuously getting circulated also within our astral body. So that kind of boundary where the life force particles are exactly having a circulatory system. So that boundary is called as astral body, which is also within our physical body boundary itself. So the next body is termed as causal body, which is also known as a magnetic body, right? The magnetic energy, which is produced because of this life force circulation, which is happening. Life force particles, every particle is spinning on continuous basis, which produces some energy, which is called as life force energy. So that energy is getting circulated within our astral body. So because of that circulation, there is one shadow energy produced also. So that energy is termed as biomagnetic energy. And that biomagnetic energy is also getting circulated all over our body. So that boundary is called as causal body or the magnetic body. So when we say that the boundary of the causal body could be more than the physical body also, because it is a kind of shadow energy, right? So that is the reason it is not contained within the physical body boundary. It is crossing that also based on the biomagnetic strength of our own inner self. That body's boundary is also decided. Okay, so why we are talking about three bodies here? Yeah, these three bodies are also, when we talk about any circulation, there should be a center, right? So all this physical body, which we have seen now sometime back, physically its horizontal and vertical axis meeting point is Muladhara, which denotes that the exact center of physical body is Muladhara. And when we talk about astral body also, the life force circulation is happening. So there should be a center for that circulation. So that is also centered from the Muladhara, which is the root chakra for us. And the third body, which is the causal body. So that body is also having a circulation, which is the biomagnetic energy circulation, which is happening all through its limit, right? So that is also having a center, and that is also centered through this Muladhara. So that is the significance of it. All three bodies are functioning by considering this root chakra as center. So that is the reason the root chakra is having more significance compared to other centers, and it contains everything. That is what earlier times also philosophy is also mentioning that, right? So that is well explained by our guru in our system also. Okay, so now some more explanation on that and how can we utilize that, how it is related to other centers also. Particularly the people who have learned some kind of advanced introspection practices in Sky Yoga will be able to relate what we are discussing now, particularly the 9 center meditation. When we are learning that, we all know that how that meditation is being done. We will be spending on every center meditating by connecting our mind and life force, right? So that is what we will do in that meditation. Before going there, we will just think about pre-sky yoga period, how it was being done. So even not even pre-sky yoga, again ancient years back, several thousand years back, people started doing this practices by realizing these centers, right? That's what we have seen. People have realized, not only realized that 7 centers are functioning, they have named it, they have located it, and they have listed out the benefits and functions of those also. So in those period when the practices are taught to the people, it is not like as easy as we are seeing in today's practice. So for moving the energy from one center to another center, people are spending around 2 to 3 years to move from one energy. So that is also achieved by kind of breathing, some strict physical and inner self-breathing practice by creating some kind of heat and some kind of specific breathing technique. They were moving the energy from one center to the next center. So that is the way people started these practices. So that hard efforts were put in moving the energies. So again, basically that is again simplified by our guru in our system and in simplified Kundalini Yoga. Straight away, we are starting the energy meditation at the 6th center, right? Which is the eyebrow center or Agna Chakra, we can say. The center of our eyebrows, which is also called as third eye, right? Apart from the 2 eyes physically, which we could see, there is one inner eye, which is providing some kind of intuitionary information to us. So that center is called as Agna Chakra, where the pituitary gland is physically located at the inner part also. So that is the first center where we are moving the energy from our root chakra, and we started learning our meditation in simplified Kundalini yoga, right? So again, how that simplified technique is achieved is also well explained by our guru. So due to the biomagnetic energy, these all achievement is possible. So by the energized master, so using his biomagnetic energy, he can make an awakening effect of the aspirant and move the energy also by this magnetic energy, biomagnetic energy that can be moved to the upper level centers, and then meditation is started also. And also our guru is giving a beautiful explanation why the energy is directly taken from Muladhara to Agna Chakra also. Because when we talk about the imprints which are within us, which is driving us to do all our thoughts and deeds in our lifetime. So the nature of imprints will drive us to do based on its nature, right? What is being thought, the thoughts which is arising from us and the deeds being done by us, all based on the nature of our imprints only. So when we talk about purifying our imprints or getting rid of negative imprints, we need to have some kind of control. So that is the reason we are all starting with these spiritual practices. And when you talk about the meditation, which is giving a strength to the mind, so our guru felt that starting the meditation at Agna will be more beneficial in long term. Why? Because once you start doing the Agna meditation, you will be able to filter out all these new imprints which are going to be occurring once you start the meditation that day onwards. Like if you learned Agna and started practicing from today onwards, whatever the imprints going to be acquired and stored within us is going to be pure, right? So the first level of filter is required in that state. So that is the reason he's starting there. Then he's building us to Turium, and then with other centers in the second stage of introspection level only, he is introducing all other energy center meditation in our system. So that reason is also well explained to all of us. And again, when we talk about Mooladhara, what is the meditation he has given to us? That is the Shanti meditation, which is the meditation being done at Mooladhara itself. Even though it is not an independent meditation, being done on a special purpose, he gave a very good background for that importance also. We hear that the center of our energy system is the base chakra, root chakra, or Muladhara chakra. So always it is centered in that base only. So why we need to do the meditation there? So that is the reason people are moving that energy to the other centers and doing that, right? So because of this, there will be some physical effect within our body, which can lead to some kind of energy imbalance or harmonical imbalance within our body. So to balance it out, to get out of that negative effects, so he has given a wonderful practice of this Shanti meditation, which is being taught to everyone as soon as they started practicing the Agna Chakra. So within a week of initiation at Agna, we will be learning the Shanti meditation also, which is called as the Muladhara meditation. And this will not be done like an independent thing, and you will be doing it along with the upper level meditations, like either Agna or Turiya when we are doing it. So in a week, one day we are doing this Shanti meditation, so that we will be able to transform the excess energy also, which we will see in the benefits of this meditation. So these are the significance, backgrounds, all this philosophical information put into our practice and given to us. So by discussing all these points, we will be able to relate on our practices and why we are doing it. All this can be visualized by us. So let's see some kind of benefits what we are getting by this Shanti meditation when we do within our sky practices, right? So the first one, as I was telling earlier, the excessive energy. The higher level meditations are being done to get some kind of mental energy, right? The Mano Shakti, we call it as, like the mental power will be increased. So the mental strength will be increased because we are focusing and we are going down on our mind's functioning frequencies. So when the frequency is lowered, the strength is being increased and we are getting some kind of energy by doing this meditation. Excuse me. Okay, I hope voice is clear again. Okay, so due to this increased mental energy, there could be some heat produced or some kind of headache or heaviness felt in the upper portion of our physical body. So to balance that out, this meditation is mainly helping. So 1 week of Agna meditation in between the seventh day, if you do this Shanti meditation, you will be able to balance that excessive energy. Not only the balancing it, you will be able to convert the excess energy to the physical energy also. The mental energy is transformed to the physical energy, and also it will happen in other way. If physical energy is more also, that will be converted to mental energy. And the mental strength is low, when we do Shanti meditation, we will be able to transform the physical energy to the mental energy also. So this is one of the main benefit by which we are able to balance out the energy system within our body. And the second one is about the body pain, fever, indigestion, and constipation. These are some listed diseases, and some kind of basic diseases will be cured also. How that is happening? Again, because of this Mooladhara being the center for all those systems, right? All three bodies, it's being the center. So since we are doing the meditation at that base center, so all the harmonization, all these energy, like biomagnetic energy, life force energy, by that the physical body is also getting all this required input in a balanced manner. So that is the reason if any kind of pain in some particular part of our body, or the increased temperature, which is what this is called fever. So the fever is mainly the temperature balance system is not working effectively, right? So that is also being harmonized. So that is getting cured. And the indigestion. So all these digestive systems main organs are physically located around the central part of our body, which is close to this base root chakra also. So that is the reason those system functioning will improve. So that this indigestion will be cured also by this meditation. And also the constipation, which is the next part, the rectum is a excretory organ, right, which is removing all the waste from our body. So that is also physically located very close to it, and some kind of mudras which is given to activate the Mooladhara is also based on the rectum muscle itself. So by doing those kind of physical effect by this meditation, so the constipation is also getting cured in long term. These are again just some few examples only. Because of complete harmonization within those three bodies, we will be able to achieve an increased immunity, which prevents all kind of diseases before it comes to us also. And the next one is about the help which we are getting by this meditation on the research connected with the earth. Because every center, again, it is related to one element in the 5 elements also. So the root chakra, Mooladhara chakra, is related to earth element. So that is the reason we will be able to get some kind of intuitionary information which will be helpful for the people who are doing research on earth. So by doing this meditation, we will be getting that benefit also. So that is the reason when we are sitting, the posture itself very close to the floor, right? The Mooladhara will be close to the earth. So when we activate that, there will be a magnetic interference and connections within the earth. And that will be creating some kind of more increased strength to our base also. That is the reason we are seeing that stability by doing this meditation on long term. Yeah, the last one is the body temperature and nervous system are pacified. Again, this is being achieved because of the central effect, right? So this is being the center for all those bodies. So when we do the meditation here, the circulation will be harmonized all over the body. So the temperature all through our body, right from the top portion of our head and up to the toes in our foot, all these parts will be having equal temperature because of the harmonized circulation. And the nervous system is also known, like the nadis are being the functioning of nadis are being improved by this meditation, and the life force circulation as well as the biomagnetic energy circulation is also harmonized. So by that, this nervous system is also being pacified by this meditation. So these are some kind of basic benefits which we are getting by doing the Shanti meditation on regular basis. And one of other benefit is like it is kind of preserving the energy also. When we are talking about higher level meditation, we may lose the energy level, right? So when we do this meditation, we will be able to preserve some kind of energy also. The expenditure of the energy will be conserved. So particularly when we consider some kind of situation where we may lose more and more our energy, so we need to be focusing at Mooladhara. That is another guideline given to all of us also in Sky Yoga. Okay, having said the significance and importance of our base center, so why this meditation is not being done on regular basis instead of Agna? Just start of raising a question as an interaction. So if you can share from your thought, I thought of keeping it like kind of interactive way. Why we are not doing this on 6 days, like other way? Now we are doing it, right? 6 days Agna and 1 day Shanti. So if Mooladhara or base root chakra is having that much importance, why we are not doing this Shanti meditation for 6 days and 1 day Agna meditation? Any thought? Anyone want to share? Okay, I couldn't see any messages so far. Yeah, probably not able to type or not able to share. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, okay, I just thought of a kind of thought process, right? When we initially learned, so why it is not another way? So when we are looking for that answer also, again, our guru is providing clear explanation on all of this, even though that is a base center for many of us. For people who are not doing meditation also, that center is existing, and that is functioning as a center for all these circulations. There's no doubt about it, and nobody can stop that, right? But only difference is the energy level, that it is not in awakened state, it is in dormant state. So awakening is the process we are doing when we do the meditation. Okay, now there is an answer. I'm trying to see. Agna is awareness which requires meditation daily, whereas Muladhara only to preserve regular. Yeah, okay, yes, good point. Yeah, that is what I'm telling that. So preservation is important, but at the same time, we cannot preserve all the energy like our earnings. If we compare, we are earning an income by doing a job. That doesn't mean that we will keep all our earning as savings only, right? We are earning it for spending it. But at the same time, savings is also important. So there should be a balance between these two. And if it is too much on any one side, is not good also. So that is the reason that same thing is applicable here. But more than that, one important point I thought of sharing about this Shanti meditation. If we are doing on regular basis, we will not be able to go to some kind of higher strengthened mind power or whatever. So it is at the base center, right? So we will be at the base level only. We will not be able to go to the enlightened state or the progressive state. We will not be able to move ahead to the progressive manner. We will be able to achieve strong base and we will be able to maintain a good relation, but it all will be like a maintained at the base level only. We are not talking about going to the higher level. So that is the reason the energy functioning is to be moved to the upper level centers, so that there are some physiological and psychological function is changing within our body, which makes us to get more and more information. Particularly when we reach to Turiya, we all know that that is a center where the divine connectivity from our physical body to the full energy, full object, right? So the divinity, that connectivity is also achieved through that only. So that is the reason we are not doing this meditation on longer days. I could see Mr. Surya is raising hand. Yeah, you can unmute and want to share anything. Surya sir.
Yeah, be blessed by the divine. I just wanted to share some thought to question you asked regarding the why we are not doing on the Muladhara regular basis. I was thinking it could be like Muladhara is having self-centered or energy center. It is having its own energy, like a fountain head. At the top of the fountain, we need to open or we need to control the opening that will control the flow, like a fountain head, we call it now. So that kind of thing, the Sahasradhara chakra or Turiyam or Agna chakra are the fountain heads which will control the flow. The energy center it inside is there itself, and by regulating the flow from the top, it itself will get activated, like what we see in the well or drilling kind of. That was the thinking. Thought came to me. That was I thought of sharing with you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, another good point. Yes. Yeah, thanks for sharing that thought. I think you're not able to type since being away on vacation. Yeah, thanks for joining and thanks for sharing the thought also. Yeah, so these are some reasons, right, why we are not doing that on regular basis. Good point. And yeah, this is the main reason given by our guru. Like when we do only Shanti meditation, we will not be able to achieve progressive state. Particularly when we talk about introspection, we need to utilize the mental power, mental strength to make some decisions or change our some kind of habits, right? So those kind of introspection practices cannot be effectively done if you are doing only Shanti meditation on regular basis. So that is the reason of giving this kind of ratio. Like higher level center meditations have to be done on 6 days of the week and with the combination of Shanti meditation, so that we will be able to get the balanced approach in energy circulation also. Yeah, there is one more message I could see. The energy will be more and need to drain. Yeah. Okay. So when it is getting increased in upper level, so we need to get some kind of balanced approach. So that is the reason we are coming back to Shanti meditation also. Yeah. Good discussion and good interaction. So we will be able to have some kind of more clear understanding on the points we discuss also. Okay. So with all these benefits, we will be able to, by this discussion, definitely we will be able to focus more on Shanti meditation when we do. Another practical difficulty in doing Shanti meditation is due to its physical location itself. The focus which we are getting on higher level centers are not comparable to that center, right? So that is applicable for most of us. So nothing to be worried about. When you start focusing there by doing the Ashwini Mudra as a technique to locate that center in the starting of that meditation, then you will be able to get the exact spot where we are focusing and continue that meditation with a short period of this extensive extra focus, and also with some continued practice, we will be able to get effective meditation done also. So that is another input we can take it on doing this meditation. Okay. Next, one more significance of this root chakra or Muladhara center is also covered in this poem, which is again in Tamil. I just try to translate for our discussion today. Yeah, so basically, this is talking about the increased energy, right? When the mental energy exceeds the physical body's capability, there is a way to subside it. So, in ancient times, without realizing this technique, the Kundalini Yoga practitioners ended up having many life threatening ailments. So, there is no such threat now. And our Sky Yoga system is designed to match to the modern way of living and also guide us to realize who we are. So, that is the straight wordings which is given in this poem. Mainly, this poem is assuring us in our kind of meditation, all these different type of meditation. Maharishi has given 9 set of meditations, right? Even though we are doing like a different type of meditations, we are getting some kind of assurance that we will not be having any kind of negative ailments because of this energy movement. So that is the assurance he is giving through this poem. And this technique of utilizing the Shanti meditation is the solution for all this. So that is the reason he is insisting that point in this poem also. Shanti meditation is like applying brake on driving vehicles. So, yeah, okay. There is one more point recalled by Janvi ma'am. Yeah, so that is also told to all of us during initiation, right? When the driving, it is compared with the practice of driving. As soon as you started driving on the road, the first thing they will tell about the accelerator, how to speed up, and at the same time, you will be taught about the brake also, right? So as soon as you are speeding up and you want to stop for some reason, you know where the brake is and you should know how to apply that also. So the same way we are talking about increasing our spiritual energy. So in that practice itself, we should know how to brake when we need to get the balance also. So that is the reason the Shanti meditation is also added as an important essential step in our practices. Okay, so one more deep explanation, like deep inner meaning, which is given by our Guru about Muladhara. So this quote, which is touching or which is meaning the Muladhara as the genetic center. So the genetic center, when we say that root and base, all the nature of the person is originated or stored in this Muladhara, how that is happening? Because the genetic center, which is functioning as a system to record all those information and imprints, not only in our lifetime, from our parents and their foreparents, and from all the way up to the divinity. So the full transformation journey experience is recorded in this genetic center along with the imprints which are gained by our deeds in our lifetime also. So it is like a combination of all those imprints which is stored in this genetic center. So that is the reason within us there is a system which is controlling the cause and effect principle also, like divine court of justice. So all the effects which need to be there, those are given on time, that is being implemented through this genetic center also. So that genetic center is situated in Muladhara. So that is the reason we need to focus more on our Muladhara to get a balanced life, and to also in adding strength to make the purification of the genetic center also, because that is one of the main life's objective, right? Getting rid of all impurities. So that can be achieved only by maintaining a pure genetic center. So that is one important, significant thing to be kept when we talk about meditating at Muladhara or doing the Shanti meditation. Yeah, I'm sure that with all this explanation and this discussion, we got some kind of enriched knowledge on Muladhara, which is the root chakra within our body. And let us utilize our practices which are given by our Guru in learning and improving our life's progress. So by that, we will be able to get some kind of enlightened state and progressive journey within our life also. With that, yeah, I'll be concluding this discussion. Thank you all.
Be blessed by the divine. May the whole world